Any other insights as to why they're behind the curve? I mean, has cost been an issue? Has that been something that carriers have also expressed, or is cost not really an issue?
I think you can break it into a couple of factors. Cost is a little bit of an issue. I don't want to minimize the cost, but we're talking hundreds of dollars, not thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. So to implement ELDs, there's a lot of options. There's very inexpensive, moderately expensive, and expensive. But even on the expensive end, you're talking about approaching $1,000 a truck. And the time to train a driver on ELDs is not significant. So it's not like a driver has to go away for a week's training or anything like that. So cost is a component, but when you look at the overall cost of operating a fleet or operating a truck, it's not going to be a major line item. So while cost was a factor, I think a bigger factor was, I think part of it's emotional. Independent owner operators is exactly what it says. Some of the people who drive trucks are entrepreneurs, they're independent, and there's a feeling of, I'm going to be controlled, someone's watching me, they'll know where I am, some of the things that you hear talked about in the industry. And so there was just general resistance. And again, some people didn't want to do it because, maybe they've got 5 trucks. They may have some other reasons to think about, do I want to keep doing this? Do I not want to do it? And that's another hurdle. And we can talk more later, because I think those are some of the big questions as shippers looked, and it's, all this anecdotal, ELDs are going to be the end of the world and they're going to be this major constraint on capacity, which we don't believe is the case. So we can talk about why. But I think, the big questions were, who's implemented? Will there be time to implement? How big's the hurdle to implement? What's the status of these court cases? And one after the other. And I think the survey really documented that it's, the big guys are already, the big fleets are implemented or shortly will be. A lot of the small to mediums are, and there's really not a significant hurdle from a cost or time. People have plenty of time and the cost is not prohibitive to implement.